In the early morning hours of May 20th, 1993, Malcolm Green walked into a Mudgee police station in New South Wales, spattered in blood. "I've killed Don Gillies," he confessed. When police asked if he was certain Gillies was dead, Green replied, "Yeah, I killed him, but he did worse to me." Asked why, Green said, "Because he tried to root me." Arriving at Gillies' house not far from the station, officers found him face down in a pool of blood beside a blood-soaked bed. Blood spray reached the ceiling. A pair of chicken shears lay nearby, but investigators searched in vain for the heavy object they thought caused the skull damage. It would turn out to be Green's fists. Malcolm Green came from chaos. By 1988, the young man was essentially homeless when he met Don Gillies, a gentle truck driver who lived with his mother and was beloved by his friends and coworkers. Gillies tried to counsel the young man. He even tried on several occasions to bring him to church. But Green drifted in and out of jail throughout their association, eventually developing a drug habit. On the night of the murder, the two shared a dinner and drinks. By bedtime, Gillies was drunk. He gave Green his mother's bedroom as she was out of town, and he slept in his own. Green told police that sometime during the night, Gillies had wandered into his bed and began touching him. Green testified that he beat Gillies until "he didn't look like Don to me." When Gillies allegedly continued reaching for him, Green struck again and stabbed him repeatedly. At his June 1993 trial, Green claimed the advance triggered memories of abuse he believed his father had inflicted on his sisters. "I was forced to open more than I could bear," he told the court. Green's defense deployed the homosexual advance defense to explain the overkill, arguing Green lost control in response to Gillies' actions, inflicting 10 stab wounds and repeatedly bashing the victim's head against the wall. In June of 1993, Green was convicted of the murder, but the conviction was overturned. On appeal, the High Court's reasoning proved troubling to many observers. One judge questioned whether a violent reaction might be reasonable given the abomination of a homosexual advance. Another wrote that the strong sting of the provocation lay not in any force used, but in the violation of trust by someone Green had seen as a father figure. Green was acquitted of murder and convicted of manslaughter on grounds of provocation. He received 10 years in prison. The hue and cry from the decision led to a change in the law in 2014 when New South Wales finally passed legislation replacing the old provocation defense with a much narrower, extreme provocation, effectively ending the use of nonviolent sexual advances as a legal justification for murder. Don Gillies helped those in need and was beloved by his community. He should be remembered for that and for how his death finally helped change an inhumane law. Please subscribe and share these stories.